Hi everybody, I'm Derek Scott. Welcome into another edition of Gamecock Insider. We're at the Carolina Volleyball Center. Their season has just concluded, but we've got a great feature coming up a little later on about a great standout performer for that squad. It's been a busy week here in Gamecock Athletics. We will start things off going back to last Sunday when the defending national champion women's basketball team hosted another ranked squad. The Duke Blue Devils came to town. We've got some great highlights to show you from a wild day at Colonial Life Arena.
You know, Duke is a very good team, and you know, when you put that big lineup out there, one of them has to play a guard, a very good guard. So you know, it's going to happen. So I believe they're up for the challenge.
Hey, 3, 1, 2, 3, peace out!
And right off the bat, the Gamecocks committed turnover, not the way you wanted to start. The Duke with the basketball. Gamecocks come out in the man-to-man defense. Up top it comes to Matthias. She'll take a 16-footer. Got it. Gorecki drives to the foul line, spins down the lane left side. Shot blocked by Kiki into the baseline. The Gamecocks explode off the bench. 4:59 to play in the second quarter. 29-20. Ty hands it off to Kleine as we run the weave. 5 seconds to play. Ty around the screen. Feeds it inside to Asia. Asia drives the lane right side, rolls it up at the buzzer! And that's how the first half will end. And the Gamecocks match their largest lead as the horn sounds. An exciting 20 minutes of basketball. Gamecocks go in leading 38-27.
By far, the best 40 minutes that we put together. Just locked in. And it doesn't mean we played perfect, but there were longer stretches in which we executed. Our team really feels like we're always going to have enough to win a game on any given night. You know, how we respond our next game, because if they can play this way and lock in for 40 minutes, this is who we are. This is what we want our identity to be.
Gamecocks is working the clock. An impressive win with the Gamecocks shorthanded this afternoon without their second leading scorer, Lindsey Spann, and Bianca Cuevas-Moore, both still out with knee injuries. And the Gamecocks found a way. They got it inside to their bigs, and they're going to knock off the 14th ranked Blue Devils.
This is a huge win for us. Like you said, we're not as strong as we could be. We have some injured players, and they should be back. But at the same time, for us to have a freshman guarding Rebecca Greenwell, for her to step up in that situation this early in the season, it goes to show that this team is tough. And we have a lot of fight and a lot of will, and I think that's a great showing for us to show that, yes, we might be young, yes, this is a different team from last year, but at the same time, our system and our goals have not changed.
So, the force was with the Gamecock women's basketball team. Another great win over a ranked opponent for Dawn Staley and crew. When we come back with more of Gamecock Insider, we've got superlatives going to tell you about who our Terminix Pest Players of the Week are, so stay with us.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks, and by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
The Ford year-end sales event is in full swing.
Hey, Santa Claus is coming.
'Tis the season.
No, that's him in my blind spot.
He is rocking that scooter.
With a sidecar.
Doesn't need reindeer, baby.
Making the holidays happen. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford year-end sales event, get 0 for 72 plus 1,000 cash back on a 2017 F-150. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Excellence is all about preparation, focus, and trust. trusting each member of your team to keep you at the top of your game so that you can live your best. Hey, I've been there. If you're struggling with injuries or pain, the orthopedic surgeons at Lexington Medical Center will get you moving again, focusing on getting you better sooner. Trust me, there's a lot more life out there waiting for you.
Yeah, we're super excited. We've worked all year for this. This is what every college team dreams of, and we've made it. We're very privileged and happy to be here, and we're just excited to showcase what we can do.
I'm not just walking the same steps as the Brazilian legend of Kaká. Everything's fine. Everyone needs to relax. Everyone needs to relax.
What an amazing season it was for the Gamecock women's soccer team, making it to their first ever Final Four. Congratulations to those ladies, and of course Shelly and Jamie Smith, the coaching staff that has led this program to become such a powerhouse in women's soccer in the NCAA. As we turn our attention to our Terminix Pest Players of the Week, a shout out goes to Sky Moore and to Hayden Hurst from the Gamecock football team. Both of them just recently named to the SEC First Team for their performances in the 2017 season by the coaches. That's usually pretty impressive when the coaches around the league recognize the great performances that Sky Moore, who of course is the all-time leading interceptor for Gamecock football, and Hayden Hurst, a great tight end, making contributions to the Gamecock program's resurgence. Turning our attention now to our Palmetto Health injury report. Got some games going on with the women's basketball program. Bianca Cuevas-Moore has yet to suit up for the team. She's got a knee sprain. And the same thing goes for Lindsay Spann, one of the new members of this team, also dealing with a knee injury right now. Hoping to get both of those young ladies back real soon. On the men's basketball side, Chris Silva has not missed any game action, but he's having to wear a bulky mask right now after suffering a broken nose in practice just a week ago. When we come back with more of Gamecock Insider, we will be taking a look at Mikayla Shields, the leader of the women's volleyball program, putting up firework-like performances here at the Carolina Volleyball Center. Stay with us for that.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pregame court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC Grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Toyotathon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, during Toyotathon, lease a new 2018 Toyota RAV4 XLE for just $209 a month for 36 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash.
'Tis the season. Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Get your hands on Star Wars: The Last Jedi Cosmic Shells exclusively at Bilo. Run to your local store to get these Star Wars collectibles now. It's the only place in America where you can get a free pack of Star Wars Cosmic Shell collectibles with every $20 spent in store. Bilo. May the Force be with you.
Careless with the basketball here to start the third quarter. Got to get a little more zip on those passes. Lead to single digits. It was 13 a moment ago. Could use a bucket here to get some momentum back. And we almost turn it over again, but Asia Wilson drives in the lane, puts it high, off the glass, no good. There's Alexis Jennings with the stick back.
Alexis Jennings!
And the Gamecock lead, 44-33. Alexis Jennings with 14 points, and that was a tough finish. 6:13 to play in the third quarter.
That's your Sandsbury Ice Center. Did you see that play? As we welcome you back into Gamecock Insider, I'm Derek Scott. We are in the Carolina Volleyball Center, which for the past 2 seasons has been home to Mikayla Shields. She has put on some amazing performances in this building and on the road as well. A dynamic freshman season that only got better in her sophomore year. It began performing for her own home nation. Let's learn more about Mikayla in this report.
Every year it just became more of a love and more of a passion of mine, and here I am now.
Being a star volleyball player was never in the cards for Gamecock sophomore Mikayla Shields. Shields grew up in Orlando, Florida, and had an interesting path to volleyball stardom.
I was one of those kids who played a whole lot of different sports, a lot like, you know, a lot of young athletes. When you're younger, you play a lot of different things, and then that helps you kind of decide what you want to do when you're older, when you want to specialize. So I played rec league, like YMCA league, when I was pretty little, like 12 years old, and I had such a great time. So my parents were like, hey, well, if you really like it, then maybe we can go deeper with this. And so I went to one of our local clubs and I really got into it.
Ever since we started recruiting Mikayla back when she was in high school, playing club volleyball, she just exuded this confidence about her as a player. And you know, one of the things that I loved about her was that she was always happy on the court.
From rec league, Shields went on to become a star athlete at Lake Nona High School. She was named Class 7A Player of the Year in 2014, and she led her team to the 2015 East Metro Championship. This had colleges calling. All the while, Shields knew exactly where she would eventually call home.
Just the family atmosphere. I remember walking in here because my first experience at USC was to go to a volleyball camp here. And so when I came, I just loved the atmosphere. It was always such a loud and encouraging and, you know, just family-oriented atmosphere.
Shields accepted a scholarship to play for the Gamecocks in 2016. In her freshman season, Shields made an immediate impact on the roster.
Outside, boy. Here's that freshman that we've been talking about, Mikayla Shields. Beautiful touch. This freshman is impressive.
Shields had one of the best freshman seasons in program history. She led the team with 341 kills and hit 308, which shattered the program record. Her strong play and leadership ability caught the attention of several individuals outside of USC, including USA Volleyball, who gave Mikayla the opportunity to try out for the under-19 United States national team.
She would come to me almost every single day and like, I don't know if I'm gonna do well, and I don't know if I'm, gonna make the team. And I just told her, just believe in yourself, and the confidence that you exude when you're playing out here in front of the people that watch you every day is the same kind of confidence that you need to take with you to the tryout.
And I got the message that said, hey, we need you. I was ecstatic. I was so happy to be able to have that opportunity.
Shields was able to go to Costa Rica for 10 days, playing alongside some of the best volleyball players in the nation. While there, Shields says she learned a lot about volleyball and how to become a better leader.
Being with some girls from some of the top programs in the country really allowed me to watch them and observe how they view the court, and I think that allowed me to really view the court in a different way, in a way that helps me out when I'm up there trying to take a swing at the ball.
As soon as she got back for the summer, I could already tell that she had been training at a higher level in the couple months that she was with the USA team. She can literally hit anywhere on the court. She knows when to tip, she knows when to roll, she's a smart attacker, she can tool, she has all these things in her belt that she can use as weapons when she's on the court.
After having a successful career at Carolina and overseas in her own right, Cole sees big things for Mikayla in the near future.
If she has dreams and aspirations of playing overseas at the professional level, she can definitely do that. It's not even a question in my mind.
I would love to be a part of something that big. Like that's amazing for me to be able to, that would be amazing for me to have that opportunity.
I think she's on her way to be one of the Gamecock greats and kind of like take my name out of the limelight a little bit and not be the face of South Carolina volleyball anymore. I think she's on that path.
As the Gamecock volleyball program looks to rebuild, they will lean heavily on Mikayla to lead that charge. Coming up next on Gamecock Insider, we're going in the film room. Todd Ellis will be with head coach Will Muschamp, taking a look at some of the plays that made Gamecock football special in 2017. So stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
The Ford year-end sales event is in full swing.
Hey, Santa Claus is coming.
'Tis the season.
No, that's him in my blind spot.
He is rocking that scooter.
With a sidecar.
Doesn't need reindeer, baby.
Making the holidays happen. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford year-end sales event, get 0 for 72 plus 1,000 cash back on a 2017 F-150. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Excellence is all about preparation, focus, and trust. Trusting each member of your team to keep you at the top of your game so that you can live your best. Hey, I've been there. If you're struggling with injuries or pain, the orthopedic surgeons at Lexington Medical Center will get you moving again, focusing on getting you better sooner. Trust me, there's a lot more life out there waiting for you.
Good hard work has earned Ryan Stackler the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the men's golf team, Stackler is a junior finance major with a 4.0 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. We're back on Gamecock Insider. South Carolina just found out recently that it's headed to the Outback Bowl. It's been a fun season for Will Muschamp and his crew. If you watched Gamecock football with Will Muschamp during the fall, then you saw our film session segments when Coach sat down with Todd Ellis and diagrammed some of the more important plays from the previous year and then the early portion of this season. We've got a few more of those in the can, so let's show them off now as Will Muschamp and Todd Ellis take you through some key moments in Gamecock football 2017.
Here we are in a situation, we hit the inside zone, and you're looking for that crease, and really nice job. Well blocked by our offensive line. Tyson Williams hits the thing downhill. Huge play in the game right there for us to gain the momentum back in the game. But this is a run you've got to just have some patience with. There's going to be some times you don't get a lot of movement. There's going to be some times they jam you up inside, but you just got to stay with it. Work hard and stay with the run, and that's something we did a nice job of in this game. And Tyson does a really nice job of hitting this thing downhill, but it's well blocked. They're moving their three down front from the edge. Hayden does a nice job of sealing the edge inside. We do a nice job of working. Donnell sees the nose work away. He works up to the second level to the linebacker. We do a good job with Dennis and Sidarius front side, Jacob August front side of sealing the edge, and we cut the defense in half. And really nice run by Tyson right there.
35-yard rushing TD. Had 13 carries for 95 yards and 1 touchdown.
You know, this is in the hurry-up situation to end the Louisiana Tech game. And, you know, Jake just hits a big scramble. Instead of clocking the ball and letting the defense kind of get their thoughts together, what they want to do, slow the game down for them, we go fast, which this is something we practice all the time to be able to put ourselves in a situation. So obviously they've got a bust in the coverage. So they've got a safety rotating in the middle of the field and a corner that thinks they're playing some form of a rolled-up cover too. So they've got an issue in the coverage right here. Jake obviously sees the issue in the coverage and puts the ball down the field, and then Brian Evers again. This is called recruiting. This is why you go sign guys like this that can go make a play like this. Critical play in the game to put us in field goal range, but throwing the ball down the field because obviously they're discombobulated defensively of what they're doing. The communication's not what it needs to be. Jake does an outstanding job of seeing the open receiver, and then Brian goes up and gets the football, attacks the ball, and puts us in a situation to kick the game-winning field goal.
Had to have it, and Brian on the day had 6 catches for 122 yards, but going over top, you got to do it. Does 50-50 balls, and he did it in as crucial a situation as you can have.
Critical, kick here with Parker. We hadn't been very successful kicking field goals this year, but really good protection across the board, and he sticks it right through there for his first field goal. It's a game winner against Louisiana Tech. Extremely proud of him to continue to hang in there and battle and amongst the negativity of the situation, and are really proud of him. But really good protection inside. You see Blake Camper, Hayden Hurst, Donnell's doing a nice job inside. Dennis Daly, all those guys protected. Good snap by Ben Osbury, good hold by Danny Gordon, and he puts it through the uprights.
What a thriller at home at Williams-Brice Stadium. I think he'd been 0 for 4 at that point. And
look at my man here in the end zone. This is kind of interesting. You see some funny stuff here. I think he gets in the shrub there, and he kind of goes down a little bit. He may have had him a couple, but that's all right. That's the way I kind of felt at that time, too.
You and me both. Great to see the celebrations.
Here we are in a 3rd and 19 situation, and we're just trying to get the ball vertically down the field. We call a 4 vertical set from a 3-by-1 look. We're in a 6-man protection. We get beat inside. We high set the right end too high here, and he gets vertical penetration. Jake spins out of it and secures the football, as you see right there, which is the most important thing of securing the ball, taking care of the football. But the thing about Jake, he's always got his eyes downfield. He doesn't stare at the rush like a lot of quarterbacks do. He's got his eyes downfield, and you see that it's a too high look. The Mike stops in the middle of the field. Shy continues to run down the field. We're in what we call scramble pass mode now offensively. So they see Jake start to move. We really need to get Ortre down the sideline here. Hayden needs to be working back to coverage. Brian needs to be working back to coverage. And we want to leave the route high down the middle of the field. And a huge play by Shy Smith on the road. True freshman, big play.
Like he'd done it 100 times, and that was actually his first career TD reception. Smoothly brings it in over the shoulder, and what a play by Bentley. You're right, getting those eyes back up. It's one thing getting away, but then getting your eyes back up to make the play.
Really good design by our offensive staff here. We get into a 2-back look. We've been running a lot of speed sweeps with AJ on getting the ball on the perimeter, and you can see the reaction of the 2 linebackers here. I mean, they're going downhill right now on this, and we really have an opportunity for two different shots here: the wheel route to Tyson or the dig by Ortre. So both routes really are open, and we could have laid it on top right here to Tyson, but Ortre comes open in the window right here. And again, Jake's got his eyes downfield. Really nice throw, really good design by our offensive staff, good finish by Ortre. But this is we got to continue to work off some of the play actions that we've been built off of in the run game, and you see the reaction of both 25 and 42, and them really acting on the run right here, which opens a huge throwing window when there's no linebackers. They're all void.
That's Ortre's third receiving touchdown in 3 games on the season.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Coach. Now this from My Carolina.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pregame court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Toyotathon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, during Toyotathon, lease a new 2018 Toyota RAV4 XLE for just $209 a month for 36 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash.
'Tis the season. Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks, and by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
Back to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. A quick preview for you. Next week, Will Muschamp joins us. He and Todd Ellis will give you a preview of the upcoming battle with Michigan in the Outback Bowl. Plus, we will sit down with Gamecock head women's basketball coach Don Staley. Hope you'll join us for that. It'll be our last show, of course, of 2017. Until then, I'm Derek Scott. Have a great week, everybody, and thanks for joining us today on Gamecock Insider.